Hi everyone and welcome back to the Bods. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. You join me today for a review of the Blacktron cruiser set 40580. Now this is the start of our summer videos. We do a vehicle review series every summer because we build these sets throughout the year and it's nice to show you them before we add them into the city. So this one, I'm definitely counting this as a vehicle, but it's probably not going to make it into the city. I am not a huge space fan, and perspective-wise, I think space has to be a lot further away from your actual Lego City scale-wise, so I don't really want them hanging from the ceiling or anything. But I do appreciate this set. Now, I've never been into Blacktron, but I think they've done a really good job on faithfully recreating this set. So it's a recreation of the Blacktron Invader 6894, and it was a gift purchase in January and July of this year. So I don't quite know why it was back in July. Maybe they just had overdone it on the production and they needed to get rid of some. But it is great. The first thing I would say personally is it's got great swooshability. Now, not being a Star Wars fan, I don't really get into swooshability all that much. But I mean, I have sort of walked around the house playing with this. These wings that come out. And the fact that you can alter the angle on them as well. It's very versatile. It is a pretty good reproduction of what we had before. You've got a lot sort of nicer lines with the newer parts that you can get these days. So looking at the old one, it was a lot more clunky in the sort of cockpit area. The build itself, Ian built this, but then it got destroyed and I rebuilt it. So I actually did enjoy building this. There's these pieces at the back. I don't know if they're meant to be apart at times, whether that's to give it a different kind of aerodynamics, I don't know, but I like that part, and it feels a bit fishy, like that's sort of some sort of fins at the end. It's obviously not a fish, but all the detailing in these colours looks really nice. Shame about the stickers. I know a lot of people were sad that this isn't printed detailing, but it opens up. You've got access into the cockpit there, and in fact you've got a sticker in there on that control panel that has the Galaxy Explorer on there. So that's the most recent Galaxy Explorer. So maybe they're having a little fight. This seems to be like a little metal detector in there. I don't know if that is actually just for show or whether that's meant to be a metal detector. But I like the way that you can just sort of pull this apart into sort of two sections. The connections are really, really decent connections in there. The back end, I think, is meant to be like a storage area. So these sort of all open up. You've got stuff in there. I think you can also put the droid that comes in this set in there. He's a funky little thing. Again, quite faithful to the previous one. Maybe he goes in. But there's also like a little bin thing. I think that probably fits in for some, yeah, like transporting of stuff. I don't know 100% sure what's in there. It's black ingot in there. So, but you can then also pull off that part and make a cute little tiny spaceship. Push them back on. Woo! And then it switches it up quite nicely. So it's very versatile. And it just looks really good. The minifig itself, they've really tried to make it look the same as before. The front of the torso, pretty much exact. But the back, that's where the newness is. So under those tanks, this is what you didn't get last time, is some extra back printing. And yes, okay, the tanks are covering it up, so what's the point? But it's the fact that they can these days. So you can take the tanks off and you've got both details there. How easy is it to put a minifig in? Let's double check that. That's always a vehicle review technique. Although we don't do many spaceships, so. No, seems pretty good. So now I'm ready to swoosh all over the house in my streamlined Blacktron cruiser. That was a fun adventure. Now, let me know in the comments below what you think of the Blacktron cruiser. Is it something that you want in your city? I mean, look at it. It is fantastic. I genuinely really love this, but I am not keeping it. There's no point in me having this and denying someone else the pleasure of it. Also, if you want to see other summer vehicles, then do stay tuned every Friday for the next 6 weeks. You'll see a lot of vehicles. Or you can check out our playlist, which I'll link up at the end. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss an update. See you later!